Mm. We're just setting up the YouTube live as well. Perfect. So here we go. And here is the time to actually create a new life, a new day with the learnings of today. Have you ever thought why two people think alike act differently? Like they may have the similar thoughts, but their actions are different. Why someone becomes a terrorist and someone becomes a saint? Why someone flies plane? Why someone blows a plane? Why someone serves the country? Why someone tries to destroy the country? Why does these different contradictory actions takes place among different set of people? And today we are going to actually dive deeper into what drives us, why we do what we do. So if you are ready, just quickly come on the camera. If you can hear me, if you can see me, very quickly make it clear that this is the session that will actually give you the inputs of what is that drives your life, what is that drives your business. So now that we are here, very quickly, let me share the screen with you very quickly. And give me a quick thumbs up if you can see the screen. Give me a quick thumbs up if you can see the screen. And this is in a moment. Yes. Can you see the screen? Just quickly give me a thumbs up. We call ourselves human beings and we have needs. We have human needs. And these needs are the ones that actually shape who we become. So really speaking, there are 6 human needs that are the ones that shape our reality. Now, as we move forward, there are 4 primal needs and 2 spiritual needs. So we'll try to distinguish what are those different needs that shape our life. So the first need is that of certainty. What certainty? Like the certainty for food, water, shelter, finances, wealth, relationships. These are the needs for certainty. And what happens is these are the needs that drive our actions, drive our thoughts, drive our emotions, drive our life patterns. And when these needs are met, what happens? There's the time when we seek another need, and that need is the need for variety. Things which like are different. We travel, we do so many things which are in variety. What is variety therefore? The variety is the one which is like something different from certainty, something different from the usual rigmarole of the day. And that is what variety is. So that is a very important human need. Imagine if you are living the life at the same level, the same monotonous manner, it becomes very boring, right? Variety is what brings the spice to life. So that's another human need. Let's look at the next need over here, and that is the need for significance. The need for significance is the one that makes us feel happy about our existence, happy about who we are, happy about what we are doing for the world, for ourselves, our families. And it's a kind of a recognition, you can call it. It's a kind of feeling a little proud. In the scriptures, it is known as the false ego. And significance is what drives a lot of actions for a lot of leaders. So if you talk of politicians, if you talk of the leaders, there is a need for significance, and this need for significance is the one which drives them forward, right? Because they already have the food and the shelter and the variety and everything, but that significance is what drives their needs, right? In your life too, there are certain actions that you take because of significance. So let's look at 4, and that is love or connection. You want to be connected, you want to be loved, you want to give love, and this is another human need. When we acknowledge these 4 needs, you'll find that all our actions are primarily governed by one of these needs. Does that make sense? Fantastic. Now let us look at 2 more needs, and these are spiritual in nature. So the first need over here is the need for growth. Everybody wants to grow. That need for growth is a spiritual need, actually, right? The need for creating a better life today than yesterday is a need. It's a spiritual need, and it's a human need too. So when you are someone who wants to grow, you have that need working for you, and that's the beauty of life, right? Let's look at the 6th need over here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Where did my other need go? Significance, love, connection has been there, certainty, growth. Variety is missing over here. Let me put that variety over here. And the 6th need is the need for contribution. As a human being, we have a need to contribute, the need to give, the need to make a difference to someone's life. Most of our actions, in fact, all of our actions are governed by one of these 6 needs. My invitation is, look at your life today. Close your eyes and see for yourself which are the 2 needs which are very prominent in your life. Like, all the 6 needs are there, but there are 2 needs which are like prominent. Then the other 4 needs are the ones which are like in the background. So look at yourself today. Your life, as you are living it, is being shaped by your needs, and 2 of them are very prominent. So very quickly, would you like to unmute and share which are the 2 needs which you think which you believe are very important in your life? Yeah, who would like to share? Rajiv bhai, if you are on the...
Yes,
Yes.
yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, love for sure.
Fantastic.
And I'm just thinking between certainty and growth. If I have to pick one of the 2,
Yeah,
I think certainty probably takes an edge in my perspective at the moment.
correct.
Though I feel growth is, of course, very important too.
Correct. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah.
This is talking about 2. The
Yeah,
others like contribution and
correct.
significance may be okay, but contribution, yes, contribution also very important. Yeah.
Perfect. So fundamentally, these are the 6 needs which are driving our life. Like 24/7, we are in one of those categories. But 2 of them are the ones which are like really prominent in our life. And these are the ones that are actually shaping most of our actions. It is like the Pareto rule. 80% of the results in your life are dependent on 20% of actions. And this 20% of actions are actually because of, two of these needs. So once you decipher that, once you know it, what can happen is you can refine them, you can reframe them, you can work on one of the other needs which are probably important in your life, but you have kind of ignored it for some time. The whole context is knowing uh, this and then acting upon it can make a huge difference in the way you live your life. So great, congratulations. What I would invite is open up your notebooks and start to write down the positive aspects and the not so positive aspects of each of these needs that are driving you. So when we, let's say, talk of certainty, so what is certainty doing for you? It's like walking in a certain manner, driving a certain type of vehicle, acting with confidence, taking action, being in the domain of creating results. So it's like the need for certainty, and that certainty drives uh, growth. Certainty drives other parameters. So write down those specific pointers where you are the one who is actually working under that need, certainty, the positive and the not so positive. So now what are the not so positive? Maybe you are like working too hard in your business, maybe too you are giving more than what is required in your one of those activities for certainty. So that can be refined, that can be reframed, and that can be adjusted. Only when you know of it can you do this. Is this making sense? Fantastic, fantastic, wonderful. Yes. So open up your notebooks. I'll play some music, and here we go. Just quickly start to jot down the needs and the areas that you are, like, how you are working in under each of these needs, positives and negatives, positives and not so positives, right? Then you can refine them. So here comes some more music. writing. Let your mind be calm. Keep writing. There is hidden gold that you are about to discover. Start completing. And you will start to see some patterns that are emerging. And stop. Okay. So congratulations. Okay, did you see some patterns? Did you see some activities that are holding you back, that are empowering you forward?
Maybe you'll be able to filter that out for me. Or what came to my mind, I have just noted here.
Sure.
Like you asked for the positives and negatives of each of these factors, right? Like certainty.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
certainty is what makes me work for survival.
Yeah.
I have to ensure there is bread on my plate
Correct.
for every meal, right? If it all boils down to that, there has to be a roof over my head. So that certainty is what drives you. But then there is also, it harbors insecurity.
Mm.
So whether that insecurity is the negative aspect of it, where then maybe through spiritual you tend to get out of that
Balance
zone,
it out. Yeah.
but there is that insecurity. Love is an innate need. So without that, there can be no existence, is what my thought is. But then it can make me self-obsessed that I want all the love. Is it that in every gathering I want to be the guy to be the most loved? So it should not make me self-obsessed. Contribution makes one an active cog in the wheel of this functional world. If I'm contributing, it makes me it gives me also, then it gives me significance. I mean, I hear contribution and significance, I found kind of overlapping, because it makes me an important component of this functional world. But then it should not cause an inflation of false ego that, oh, I'm contributing so much. I don't want that negative aspect to start growing. That is what came to my mind. Variety, in variety, yeah, change is the only constant, as we've seen. So this with this variety, we can also expand our bandwidth. In
Exactly.
as we go for varieties, the various things, we are able to uh, uh, sense the commonality in the variety.
Mm.
But then it can result, if that variety becomes too much of the part of the psyche, then it will result in entanglement of endless desires. आज ये ट्राई किया, कल वो ट्राई करना है, और ये ट्राई करना है, वो डिजायर का एंटेंगलमेंट में नहीं बदल जाए. Growth is essential for to avoid stagnation.
Mm.
Growth has to happen. Either I will grow upwards or I will grow downwards. वो तो होने वाला ही है. It's a part of this nature. But then it should not make me over ambitious. While I would like to grow, then growth may I start again. I think it's everywhere the desires which come in, and they start uh, dominating your mindset. Then it becomes the negative
Correct.
aspect.
Correct.
While each and every of these factors are essential and have a very positive role in your existence, but they can also become the factors that can
Hold you back.
hold you back.
limit
Correct.
limit your growth, limit your existence on the planet. So
Right.
see, the whole context of this exercise today is to first become aware, become alive to what is driving our actions, right? Because we always talk about emotions and thoughts, like we have been talking about that emotions and thoughts are driving our conversations and our actions. But now getting down deeper, digging deeper is where the gold is, right? So today we are actually digging deeper to identify what kind of emotions are driving us, what kind of needs are driving us, what kind of thought patterns are driving us. So now that we know what kind of emotions, what kind of needs are driving us, we can articulate them, we can refine them consciously. It's not an overnight exercise because you can't change the destination overnight. You can't reach a new destination overnight, but you can change the direction overnight, right? So now that we know about it, what we can do is we can refine that. So I'll share a couple of questions with you. Maybe you can just take a note of those questions and dwell down deeper as you spend your day today, and more importantly, as you continue this week, because these questions are the one that keep us alive. Asking the right questions is the most important area of our better life. So here are a couple of questions which I can just share with you. You have already identified which are your primary ones, which are the two most important needs that you value most, right? Now let us look at what are the consequences of these needs in that order. So now the number one need and the number two need in your life, what are the consequences of that? And uh, more importantly, what do you like? What do your top two needs need to be now for your life to transform? If you want to transform your life, what which of the other need now need to take precedence over? Because so far the world has been going on in a certain manner, your life has been going in a certain manner, because subconsciously or unconsciously we were driven by those needs. But if you want to transform your life, you can change your need. It is like tuning into a different radio station. If you tune into a different radio station, what will happen? You will hear a different song. So if you refine, if you transform that one need, let's say, from certainty to variety or growth to contribution, what will happen is uska volume बढ़ा दिया तो automatically the direction, the actions and results, consequently everything will change, right? So which are the two needs that you now need to refine or take it into the priority? And if you make those changes, if you put the other need in priority, how will your life transform? How will your life transform? So just think of putting those things, and when that happens, believe you me, the next level becomes that much more easier, right? So that is about it today, and I want to read uh, one line from one of my mentors, gurus, Tony Robbins, and the line goes something like this: a breakthrough is a moment in time. A breakthrough is a moment in time when the impossible becomes possible. It is when something happens that shapes you and moves you. It is the moment when you finally take massive action and transform your life. And that massive action comes from the shift of the need, right? Uh, That is the reason why a chai wala can think of becoming a prime minister, because his need shifted. He was not existing for himself or his family or his mother or his parents or his near and dear ones, but his need shifted from self survival or certainty to contribution, to growth, to making a difference. And when that need shifted, everything shifted, the action shifted, the result shifted, right? And the world is seeing that. So each of us have that privilege, have that choice. Let's make that today. All the best. Have a great day ahead. God bless you. You have been amazing. Take care of yourself. Bye for now. Take care. I hope
Thank
you
you.
enjoyed the session as much as I did doing this.